India has been conquered once, but India must be conquered again, and that second conquest must be a conquest by education. These were the words of Max Müller to the Duke of Argyll in 1868. He goes on to say that the ancient religion of India is doomed. Max Müller was a German-born philologist appointed by the British East India Company in 1847 to undertake the massive task of translating, editing and publishing the entire Rig Veda in English. For the British, translating and understanding of Hindu scriptures was crucial. It was seen as essential for controlling the native population, implementing laws and managing the vast territory of India. In a book published by Max Müller's wife called Life and Letters of Friedrich Max Müller, there are excerpts of various letters that he wrote to his wife, mother and others which give an account of his life at Oxford in England. These letters give us a good picture of how Max Müller was involved in the work of translation of various Hindu scriptures with a hidden agenda. Müller's personal letters reveal a strong belief that his work could ultimately aid in the conversion of India into Christianity. In a letter to the Dean of St. Paul's dated 26 February 1867, expressing his belief in the growth of Christianity in India, he wrote, "There is no country so ripe for Christianity as India." His position at the Oxford University and his monumental work, The Sacred Books of the East, established the authoritative European interpretation of the Hindu, Buddhist and Jain texts like Rig Veda, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita and Dharma Shastras. This perspective was then taught in the new government colleges and universities in India. The goal was to present the Hindu scriptures as primitive, superstitious and belonging to an early stage of religious development, resulting in shaking the faith of the educated class in their own religious roots. Thanks to Macaulay's Minutes, Sanskrit education was stopped due to lack of funds, replaced by mandatory English education. The learned folks of India were forced to study Hindu scriptures which were translated by Max Müller, having lost the ability and resources to read the original ones. His approach traced religious concepts back to what he termed as a disease of language. By dating the Rig Veda relatively late and having an incomplete understanding of the scriptures, his work diminished the spiritual and philosophical value of the texts, thereby positioning Christianity as the final, superior and the most evolved stage of religious development. Max Müller's work was weaponized to serve the British imperial and missionary agenda by destroying the intellectual and spiritual foundations of the Indian civilization and inserting a Christian-centric framework into the new colonial education system. Today, with majority of Indians believing that ancient Indian practices were superstitious and regressive, it is a proof that India as a country and Indians have still not recovered from Macaulay's educational reforms and Max Müller's missionary agenda even after close to 200 years.